Hello again and welcome to Paul's Racing Channel and to the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by W Energy Drinks, Drinks for Gamers and EAC Eldridge Air Conditioning. So we move on to round 3 here of our multi-class championship, and we remain actually in Fuji for this next round. And obviously we've just seen our Sunday championship come around here, the drivers, but some of them have stayed on, the ones that are competing in this one. And they're ready to go for this next round here in Japan. 2.8 mile clockwise circuit here at the Fuji International Speedway. And, well, I think it's about time we get on with this grid, isn't it? Remember, this is GR1s and GR3s. So 2 championships running at the same time on the same track. So this is the grid going into this one. We've got P. White in the first of the G1s. GR1, sorry, in pole position. We've got Mystic Clegg in second place, Castian in third, Ninky in fourth, Kian in fifth. We've got myself in sixth, first of the GR3s. Then we've got That's Life in seventh, Evil Knievel in eighth, Graham in ninth, Dizzy Whip in 10th, and Captain Slow in the Nissan GTR in 11th place. So here we go then. So we watch him come down this long to shy 1 mile straight here at the Fuji International Speedway. Lights go, and we see them all coming now down to turn 1. GR1's obviously clean away already. So we look at Castian. Oh, big dive from Castian. Oh, who's that? Someone's hit the back of someone else there. Now, who's that? Was that Kian? That was Kian, hit the back of, not sure who he hit, but that was a bit messy there into turn 1. Some of the GR3 boys have got through. That's Life's actually taken Paul already into turn 1, so let's see how that was done. Let's go back a minute and see. So Paul obviously heading up the GR3s. That's Life straight down the inside. I think Paul went a bit wide, seeing coming, giving plenty of room while all the GR1s are all getting crossed up and tangled up there. They went past and Paul just slots in back into 5th place behind That's Life. Evil Knievel in 6th, Graham there in 7th, Dizzy Whip in 8th, Captain Slow up to 9th. And then we see Mr. Clegg coming round. He might have got hit actually. I think he might have been the one that got hit by Kian, I believe. He certainly was involved in that. He tried to dive down the inside and actually just tagged the back of Paul there a little bit. Wasn't no room really there to have a go, but obviously desperate to try and get back onto the rest of the GR1s in front. And as I look down the inside, on the outside here, but looking to grab the inside, Evil Knievel's there, and he just goes down, tries to stick his nose in. Oh, Paul just tagged Paul. They sort of contact between himself and That's Life, but it sorted itself out. And Mr. Clegg right in the middle of it. And meanwhile, we've got Kian going around the outside of them all. He's actually taken Mr. Clegg. He's going around the outside. Mr. Clegg's trying to go down the inside. Kian's going to get that done, I think. So it's really tight for this chicane, but everyone's there. Gets through nicely, I believe. They do. So watch him now come round. This right-hander coming up to difficult left-hander. That's Kian going off a little bit as well. Sweet. Now watch him coming up through Panasonic corner. Mr. Clegg still trying to get going, but he's getting really tangled up with these GR3s. Remember, I'll reiterate like before. GR3s have just got to run their own race. They don't have to get out of the way of these GR1s. It's up to them to make the pass clean. And they found it quite difficult to do that. But Mr. Clegg and Kian both get through in the end. 4th and 5th place. So they start lap 2 down to turn 1. Big gap between themselves and the other 3. P. White, Castian and Ninky. They're all getting away at the front now in the GR1s. That's Life with a bit of a moment. Then it's Paul in 7th. Then we've got Dizzy Whip under attack from Captain Slow, and I think that's Graham in the background. What happened to Graham at turn 1? Did he get... Oh, he just kind of carried on. And Evil Knievel's in there as well, and did they both tangle? I don't know. Let's have a look. There was a bit of a... I think it looked like a bit of a mess up between them. Perhaps. Let's have a look. There's all 3 is going up there in a row, 3 abreast. Graham slots in behind Evil Knievel. Dizzy's on the outside, so Evil's got it in. I think it might have been a little... Oh, that was... Wow. Might have been a slight tag there between Graham and Evil Knievel, but they all wait and get going again. Graham has to try and restart the car, gets it going now. He's off and running in 11th place, so a little bit messy again there. So turn 1 causing havoc for the GR1s in lap 1 and the GR3s in lap 2, as we see Castian facing the wrong way. What happened to him? Was there? Looks like he's done it on his own. Coming down here into the chicane. Did he grab too much curb? Maybe. Yeah, looked like it. Ran the curb too high and then just applied the power. That was the end of that. Ninky said, thank you, I'll have a bit of that. So he goes up into 2nd place for Ninky. Getting used to that GR1 now. Takes some getting used to these cars, but I think he's just about got it under control now. As we see him now heading along start finish straight. P White meanwhile he's getting away at the front. He's coming. Who is he coming in? He is coming in. So he's he was on those hard tyres, so he's done his mandatory 2 laps on those. So it's Ninky's gone in as well. So they've both decided to go in and change after 2 laps, and that means Castian takes up the lead. Mystic Clegg down into 2nd. Keane in 3rd. So after all that, what's happening with Mystic Clegg and Keane at the start, now got themselves up into 2nd and 3rd place, of course. Well, we've got medium for Keane, it's Mystic Clegg on mediums, and Castian, so all of these other GR3s are all on mediums. So P White has actually still come out in 4th place and he's now on the medium, so he's run his hard, so he knows he doesn't have to worry about them again if he doesn't want to. Up to 4th place he goes. That's Life still running 5th or 1st in that GR3 category. Ninky now coming through after his stop as well, and it goes up the inside, and that was tight through there, but managed to get it done. Ninky then. So now Paul just to close in on to the back of That's Life now. So the GR3 battle is just about going. Paul's on the hard tyres with That's Life, both started on the hard tyres. How many laps are these boys going to do on those? It's all about strategy, as we know, all about what we can do on each of the compounds. Remember, all the compounds have got to be run. That's Life still holding that 6th place from Paul in 7th, and then not far behind is Captain Slow's got himself up from, remember, 11th on the good start. He's up to 8 for 3rd category here on track, so he's obviously looking okay. Oh, That's Life getting very high up on the curb. That might slow his momentum down a bit. Might allow Paul to go here. Gets in the slipstream possibly. Has he got enough to get him here at turn 1? He looks a little bit too far back. Might get it done. Let's just stay with him and have a look. He's going to be too far back there. If he goes for that, might have a little sneaky look. Yeah, he was never going to go for that. In fact, tried to do a little switch back there, I think. And Captain Slow is right on the back from now. So GR3s are all close now in the top 3. 6th, 7th and 8th place. And we've got Dizzy not a million miles away behind them in 4th or 9th. I won't keep saying that. I think you'll know who's who in what position. He's 9th on track is what you need to know. But look at this battle here between these 3. GR3s, it's all getting close. And a little touch there from Paul at the back of That's Life, but the drama's there. Keeps it going. So they come now down to the chicane, so That's Life in that Lamborghini. How many laps is he going to do? They've done 4 already. Nearly 4. So is it time for That's Life to come in? Is it time for Paul to come in on his hard tyres? Takes that wider line, Paul. Captain Slow has a look up the inside, gets that done. Good move. So Captain Slow then. Not so slow through there, was he? He comes round, he's in 8th at this point. Paul obviously goes that wider line. He sives up through the inside of both of them. Is he on the softs? He has got to be with that pace. So there's your soft tyre against your 2 hard tyres up to 6th or 1st. For Captain Slow, That's Life now in 7th. Paul in 8th. Dizzy Whip in 9th. And That's Life is going across towards pit lane, so it looks like he is going to do just the 4 laps. He is, so that's Paul goes up to second in the group. So he whipped to 8th. Graham in 10th place, just being passed by Evil, or battle with Evil. Look at this, not being passed by Evil. Graham's on the inside line. Now who's going to break last year? Evil gets it in there ahead of Graham. They get round there nicely, so both through turn 1 with ease. So 9th and 10th place for these two. And that's life now. Has come out in 11th place, obviously, after his stop. Medium tyres for him now for his second stint. Clegg now leading at Nikita. GR1. So from his slow start, he's got himself up into the lead now. Kian P. White must have come in. We see him, didn't we? So there's Kian into second spot now. Castian in third. There's P. White there in 4th place. We know P. White's got some pace. See it in the last round. Coming through, playing his strategy game to perfection. Sitting here in 4th place. 6 lap in, and I'd imagine he'll be reasonably satisfied with that at the moment. Obviously still very, very early in the race. It's Ninky in 5th. He's obviously been in from 2nd place to 5th now. He's come out on the medium tyres as well as he runs it wide through there. Easily done. Horrible corner, that one. No matter what car you're in, that's a difficult corner to get right. You really have to, for me anyway, come right out wide to try and get back into the apex, but very easy to run it off track there, which is exactly what he done. But Ninky then start and finish. Captain Slow in 6th place. Remember, on the soft tyres. Our leader in the GR3 category now. Getting through that last sector. Takes a very tight line into that final corner, doesn't he? Almost runs the inside line all the way, but still gets the apex, so clearly that's what he likes to do, that line. It's Paul in 7th. Chase down Captain Slow with Dizzy in the other Merc in 8th place. Certainly colours of the rainbow on that one. Again, not scheduled to have any rain here today, so I should be alright to go all the way through to the end. It's dry. I'm expecting it to get a little bit later in the day, so middle of the day now with the sunshine out, but it will get a little bit darker as the day draws to a close. Graham then in 9th place. A few drivers not here today in both categories really, mainly in the GR1s for various reasons, car issues, sicknesses, etc, etc. Still looking forward to this one. Evil in 10th place now, being chased down by the leader, Stick Clegg. Stays well out of the way, Mystic Clegg goes through. So even though the GR3s have got to basically run their own race, obviously they shouldn't be blocking the GR1s on purpose at any point. They should just be running their lines and let the GR1s go past them. But obviously, if they can see them, they shouldn't be purposely getting in the way. That's a given. So that's life in 11th, still trying to get back onto it after his stop. I think he's the only one so far, or Captain Slow's in actually now. I was going to say he's the only one who's actually been in on the GR3s. I think now Captain Slow's out in 10th place, just slots in behind Evil Knievel, in between Evil Knievel and That's Life. Paul's got himself up to 6th place now because Captain Slow went in. Paul's still on those hard tyres, and he's running 8 laps at the moment so far on these. Not sure how many more he's going to do on them. He may go all the way until he needs to fuel up and do all of it in one hit, the fuel and the tyres. It's a possibility, especially with him leading out there now. Obviously Dizzy is on hard tyres as well, so he could be on the same strategy as what Paul is, if indeed that is the strategy that is on. So 7th for Dizzy, 2nd. I'm in 8th place. On the Sonic corner now for the 8th time. A long shot of Mount Fuji in the background there as they come down past the main grandstand. Behind him, Evil Knievel, all sorts of things going on. Look at this, GR1s, GR3s all mixed in together. Be White, Ian flying past Evil and the gang. Captain Slow, That's Life. It's all getting a bit close up here now as That's Life's going to have a quick look as Paul comes out, and he actually has gone in Paul. So Paul comes out in 11th. Behind That's Life in 10th. So Paul did manage to get, 8 laps out of his hard tyre. So I was wrong. He's come in, Paul, and got refuelling. So it was just a tyre change for him. Fuel was fine. So he comes into 11th place now behind That's Life and Captain Slow, who's having their own battle ahead of him. Evil not too far in front of them, so this is the GR3 going for it. That's Life now coming around the outside of Captain Slow. Paul's going to try and follow That's Life as well. And stay to the outside, try and get the outside to be on the inside on the next corner. Work there, so Paul's going to try this crisscross here on That's Life, and he gets it done. Oh, he takes the back of Captain Slow. What happened there? Captain Slow just lost it through there, I believe. Let's have a look. Oh, he took a lot of grass, didn't he? It wasn't in there, was it? Where did he get it? Did he? It might have been. Not sure. He's all getting a little bit congested through the chicane. Might have been a little tag up the bump there from someone, but he's back to 11th place. Means That's Life in 9th. All getting mixed up here again, right at the final corner. Horrible place to be meeting the other GR1s coming through there, but they can open their legs and make use of the power that they've got. So let's go through this GR1 then, shall we? Mystic Clegg out on his own at the moment in the lead of the race and of the class. Kian still holding it strong in 2nd place. We got P. White. It's getting closer to the 2 in front. Castian and Ninky 4th and 5th place. See this battle between these two, didn't we, when we was in Barcelona a bit earlier on in the series between Ninki and Castian, and Ninki almost lost it, but did well to keep it going in the right direction now. Graham could well have been mixed up in that as well, but fortunately there was no touches between any of them, so Graham thanked his lucky stars there that he didn't get involved with his little moment. It was just basically the power of the car just coming round on Ninki there. Now, along the start and finish, Castian just ahead of him. They start lap 12 of their 40. Stick Clegg with that fastest lap as well, 1:29.0. Before getting to 28s here for the GR1s. Possibly she starts going on the soft tyres. I don't think any of them are on softs yet. GR1s. Leading our GR3s, Dizzy. He's been on those hards since the beginning. So he's maybe doing the strategy where he's just going to run them until he needs to do the fuel. Have a bit of a gap, so where is he? He's coming through the chicane now. Is Dizzy? Where's Graham? He's just coming down to the chicane, so actually Dizzy's got quite a nice little gap there. So would it be worth him coming in now, trying to get back on behind Graham with better tyres? Well, we'll see. It's life still ahead of Paul in 8th, Paul in 9th, and Evil Knievel in 10th. Again, Evil Knievel looks like he's stayed out in the hard since the start as well. Paul's now on mediums, as we know. He's been in, done a tyre change, no fuel. That's life went in earlier. He's on the mediums as well. I think he did take some fuel. Right, just ahead of them in 7th spot. But Dizzy, who's leading this by a fair old margin, he didn't go in. He stayed out for another lap. So getting 12 laps out of these hard tyres so far. He looks fairly comfortable on it, doesn't he? Comes now down to the chicane. Easy to get this wrong through here as well. And through the right-hander, off camber. Another cambered corner here, the left-hander. And yet another cambered corner, that final corner, Panasonic corner, obviously because of them coming uphill, it's all going to have that cambered effect. Back now along this mile-long straight now. Is it time for Dizzy? Looks like it's time for him to come in here. Start of lap 13. Careful not to cross those lines. So in he comes. So now, where's Graham? So this is Graham. He's going to be taking up that lead in the class as he goes past Dizzy in pit lane, which is going to be any second now. His life also goes through in 7th, Paul up to 8th. So this battle between these two. Jooms is the first and second in the championship, battling out here on track. The GR3 class. Evil Knievel's in. He's had his time on the hard tyres, Paul all over the back now of That's Life. See if he can get the pass done at any point. He's going to try and go up the inside now. Better drive. No, covers it from That's Life. So still the battle goes on between these two. To the chicane now, Paul trying his best to find somewhere to get past, but it's not going to happen through the chicane here. So does he get it done? Through this final sector. Again, very difficult too. So the opportunity's got to be along the start of finish into turn 1. If he gets a better exit out here at the final corner, looks like he does. See if his pass gets done here at turn 1 from Paul on That's Life. Getting not a lot in it between the two cars, is there? Paul looks a little bit far back, although it's beginning to reel him in now, but running out of track now. He's not going to get it done there. Again, takes that slightly wider line as Paul into turn 1. Just sits behind That's Life. So didn't get it done there. Runs wide from That's Life. That could be Paul's opportunity to go around the outside. 100R. No, does he get up the inside now? Takes it on the curb but gets it done. He does. Keep it there. Let's do the switch back. That's Life. Paul's going to go wide, naturally go out wide to the right, and no, it just slots back in, so Paul gets it done. Good move up into 7th place. That's Life's going to fight back down near the chicane. No, still quite get that done. So let's see how we're doing on our GR1s. Stick Clegg still leading away from Kian, who's under pressure now from P. White. Now we've got the battle of the GR1s here. P. White's caught up to the back of Kian. Let's see where this move's going to take place, if indeed a move does take place. Down to the chicane. So this is the GR1 battle. See Mr. Clegg out in front. So this is for podium spots in the GR1 category, and White a bit wide there, but he's going to do that swooping move into that left-hander and then that wider line into the last corner and into the back. Kian, he's got a great run. He's going to get him for sure. Kian's going to have to try and break his slip somehow, but P. White's going to get him surely as he goes on the outside. Kian's hugs that inside all the way down the straight, but I think P. White's going to get him. He's covering it though, Kian, so maybe he won't. He does get it there, I think, P. White. Yeah, he does. Kian just was a bit earlier in braking there, allowed P. White to get through, so he's up to second now. It's P. White. He's on a quick lap as well. Kian, looked like he lost it there, but no. So playing again, really wide from Kian. Takes a lot of that run off. Should be right there. It's there to be used, but should be fine in terms of penalties, not getting one. Got Castian in 4th, with Ninky in 5th. So these two really don't stay too far away from each other, do they, Castian and Ninky? Castian leading it at the moment, though, between them two in 4th. Ninky in 5th place. Back to our GR3s, and Graham still leading this group in 6th place. Going to get another lap out before he's going to have to come in because of fuel. But Graham, 7th for Paul, closing in on him. And then That's Life falling back a bit now in 8th place. I think he might have had a moment. Plus his fuel, he's going to have to watch that. Maybe his fuel saving, perhaps that's why he's fell back a bit. Maybe he's just had to ease off a little bit just to make this make it round this lap. But clearly he's going to have to come in for fuel, if anything. Goes, starts to flash at that point. Paul now right behind Graham. Bastion's in the GR1s from 5th place. That means Ninki's gone up to 4th. Dizzy in 9th place. It's his teammate go past. He White. Dizzy's been in, out on the mediums. And we've got Evil Knievel in 10th place, just being done by Ninky there through the chicane. Captain Slow in 11th, Graham's in as well. That's got Paul up to 6th place. Dad's Life also in, as we know. His fuel was low, wasn't it? It was time for him to come in, and Captain Slow nearly run it a bit wide there through the right-hander up towards the final corner now, Panasonic corner, and again takes that really tight line all the way through the corner and out the other side. So 11th for him. May pick up a couple of places here though, the guys that are in fact they've just come out, haven't they? Graham and That's Life, there they are. Got Ninky on their outside, so Graham in 8th, That's Life in 9th. He goes past, so That's Life now. Gone back on mediums again and taking a little bit of fuel. So clearly the soft tyres going to be everybody's final choice by the looks of it. I think anybody's on softs. Well, actually, Captain Slow was on soft to start with, wasn't he? So he's got to use the other two before we can even think about using them again. As our leader, Mystic Clegg, is in. So he's in. The GR1s, where's P White then? He's coming along now. So we're going to get a new leader, and it's going to be P White. As he crosses out into the lead he goes. Kian's in as well. Right. See if Ninky comes out. He's in 4th at the moment. He might not quite have enough to catch Mystic Clegg and Kian. Mystic Clegg's coming out now. There he is. There's Kian. Is he coming out, or is Ninky there? Oh, he's still sitting in his box, so Ninky will take 3rd. He goes. So Ninky up to 3rd place then. Kian's out now in 4th. Bastion now in 5th. So 30 minutes in, halfway through the race in terms of time and in terms of laps. 20 laps in, 30 minutes in. So we see our leader. Is he going to go in? I think he's coming in, isn't he, P White? To pit lane he is. So our leader's in now in the GR1s.